Man, I love Persona 3. I sure wish there was an easy way to recommend it to someone. Let's talk about the Persona 3 problem. If you ask, which version of Persona 3 should I play, chances are you can't get a straight answer to this question. Persona 4 and 5 would have simple answers. For Persona 4, it's golden, especially with the ports to all platforms recently. For Persona 5, it's royal. For Persona 3, it's been a pretty constant debate between FES and Portable for which you should choose for your Persona 3 experience. This was a major reason fans wanted a remake of Persona 3, the demand for a definitive version of P3. Reload is not solving that problem. Persona 3 Reload's announcement, or preemptive leak, was met with excitement from fans. It looks great, has new art, and obvious quality of life improvements. It looked to finally be the definitive Persona 3 experience that people wanted. There was no female protagonist revealed, but some people held out hope that maybe she'd be revealed later. However, as of the official announcement, that hope was squashed, along with any hope of Atlus solving the FES The Answer problem to include that content in a less tedious way. Instead, the team have said that they intended to remake the original Persona 3, not including content from either of the versions, FES or Portable, that people were hoping for. Following articles clarify that FES's content from the main story will be included, so the FES content from the journey, but decidedly not the Answer content. And while many people had problems with the gameplay side of the Answer, it brought closure to a lot of elements the original Persona 3 left open. Whether or not you enjoy the Answer, it feels like a wasted opportunity to fix the issues with the Answer, while still giving those elements closure for those who enjoy the Answer story. As for the Portable content, we can already see quality of life things such as controllable party members are going to be included regardless, but the story content for P3P, such as the FemC social links, Theo's existence, and FemC herself, won't be included. Which again feels like a wasted opportunity. Besides the fact that she's incredibly popular, her inclusion in Persona Q2 focused on how she was important and no less canon than her male counterpart, so not including her feels like a step back in that regard. As for Portable's additional gameplay aspects, such as additional boss fights, as far as we know, these won't be included either. However, as these are gameplay related, and we know party control will be in the game, there's still a possibility. Until it's either confirmed or denied, not much can be said as far as that goes. So Reload is lacking the content from FES and Portable that primarily made up the debate. FES or Portable? Reload has decided neither, and unsurprisingly, many fans are disappointed with this answer. Why give us a singular answer when they can just add another option to the mix? Reload has been said to expand on characters who got less focus in the original game. For now, who that is specifically remains to be seen, though fans have hopes for characters like the members of Strega and Ryoji, as well as add additional scenes to spend time with other characters. Either way, this is a new element of story content exclusive to Reload. Another element of story content specific to one version of Persona 3, not present in the other versions. Leaving the question, which version of Persona 3 should I play, with an even less clear answer than before. Do you want the new content, updated graphics, new music, updated gameplay? Play Reload. Do you want the female playable protagonist, characters exclusive to Portable, social links with your male party members? Play Portable. Do you want to view the Answer story, getting closure for multiple points of the story, as well as further development for the characters? Play FES. But then there's the problem of accessibility. Some may say just emulate FES or Portable, but those who don't have that option, the versions available are more limited. FES isn't available on anything newer than PS3, leaving it unavailable for many people. Portable has gotten a recent port, and despite many issues with that port, it still remains the most easily accessible version of the game until Reload's release in 2024, thus making Portable the version to recommend for those who don't want to wait for Reload's release. Whatever you choose to do, the problem remains. There's no definitive version of Persona 3. Which version of Persona 3 should I play? Weigh the pros and cons of each version and choose one. Or play Reload when it's released, watch the Answers cutscenes on YouTube, then buy Portable 2 to get the FemC's route and social links. Not exactly a reasonable answer. And decidedly not the answer anyone wanted. Atlus's choice to exclude major parts of the two debated versions of Persona 3 to focus only on the vanilla Persona 3 in this remake is disappointing. While that may be their vision for the game, the point remains, fans wanted a remake to end the debate, and instead the problem has only been made worse. Persona 3 has no definitive version. Some hold out hope that the answer, or FMC, will be DLC in the future, but I don't hold these kinds of hopes for Atlus. They've never given me any faith in DLC content. Others worry that they'll re-release Reload after a few years with one or both of these things for the price of another full game. Considering Atlus's practices in the past, this wouldn't be surprising either. Then again, it's possible Reload, as it has been presented to us, will really be all we get. That the team will move on to newer projects instead. Whatever the case, they've definitely let down a vocal majority of fans by ignoring FES importable content for this remake. While a lot of people are still excited for Reload, myself included, that doesn't diminish the disappointment that these choices bring. And thus, the Persona 3 problem continues. There's no single definitive version of Persona 3, like there is for 4 and 5. But hey, at least Atlus remembers Persona 3 exists. Poor 1, and the 2 duology. Persona 3 is my favorite of the Persona games, and this really it sets a damper on my mood as far as the remake goes, but at least we're getting one, and everything looks really nice. And more content, so there's that at least.